Hello and welcome to tutorial 9 of the Changing Tides blanket crochet along. I'm Eleonora, the designer behind Coastal Crochet, and all the details about this blanket can be found over on my blog. The links are in the description below. So this tutorial 9, is to accompany our final week, week 16 of the Changing Tides blanket crochet along. I can't believe we're here. I can't believe it's finally coming to an end and our blankets will soon be finished. So this tutorial is to accompany rounds 81 and 82, which is basically the edging to our blanket. So round 81 are these blue shells, and then round 82 is the white contrasting colour going around those shells. So both these rounds are worked with the right side of the blanket facing us, and I think it's a really lovely way to end our blanket. It's been inspired by the sea and the changing tides, and shells are a really important part of that. Whenever we walk along the beach, we often find some lovely shells that have washed up on the shore by the changing tides. So I will show you how to do these two rounds. So at the start of round 81, to begin our shell edging, make sure that the right side of the blanket is facing you, and then we join with yarn B, which for me was the blue aster colour, into any chain space made in round 80. So there you go, and we just make one chain, which counts as the first double crochet. That's US single crochet stitch of this round. Remember, I do use UK crochet terminology, but I will try and remember to say what the US equivalent is as we go along. So our shell edging is very simple. We miss the first 2 stitches of the round, and then we simply work 7 treble, that's US double crochet, into the next stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that is our first shell. Miss 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then just work 1 double crochet, US single crochet into the next stitch, and that's to anchor our shell down. And we simply repeat that all the way to the end of the side. So miss 2 stitches, 7 treble into the next stitch, and that's number 7. There we go. And miss 2 stitches, 1, 2, and anchor that down with a double crochet, US single crochet, and continue all the way to the end of the side. Miss 2 stitches, 1, 2, 7 treble, US double crochet in the next stitch. So I'm just coming to the end of this first side, just working our second to last shell. I should have 7 treble in there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Miss 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then a double crochet, US single crochet into the next stitch. So there's 1 more shell to work on this side. So miss 2 stitches, 7 treble, US double crochet into the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Miss 2 stitches, the final 2 stitches of the side, and that will bring us back to the corner chain space from round 80. So miss 2 stitches, and then into these corner chain spaces we're just working 2 double crochet US single crochet. So that's 1, in the same corner chain space another 1, and that's 2. And so now we just repeat this all the way on each of the next 3 sides. So miss 2 stitches, 7 treble into the next stitch, miss 2 stitches, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, miss 2 stitches, 7 treble, and so on until we have all 4 sides covered in these shells. And actually, just looking back, we should have 32 shells in total on each side. So if you want to go and count, just make sure you've got 32 shells on each side. So keep going all the way around and then working the double crochet US single crochets, 2 of those in each corner chain space. So I've gone all the way around the blanket with the blue, all these shells being made, and I'm on the final side and I have 1 more shell to make. So we miss 2 stitches and then work 7 treble US double crochet into this stitch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that's our final shell. Should be 2 stitches left, which there are, 1, 2, and there's our starting corner chain space and this 1 chain that we made at the very beginning, which counted as our first stitch. So we miss these final 2 stitches and then work 1 double crochet, US single crochet into that corner chain space, and then we just slip stitch to this beginning 1 chain to join the round. And there we've completed round 81. So we just fasten off the yarn and then just pull through, and these are all our shells. So we keep the right side of the blanket facing, and I will show you how to do round 82. And so now we begin our very final round of the Changing Tides blanket, which will be the edging to go around these shells. So this is round 82, our last round. Make sure that the right side of the blanket is facing forwards, and join yarn C, which for me is the cream colour, into the corner chain space from round 80. So the same place where we crocheted into in round 81, we join the yarn into that same corner chain space. And then we make 1 chain, which counts as our first double crochet US single crochet stitch, and then make another double crochet US single crochet stitch into that same corner chain space. And all we're doing now is we're going to be working 1 double crochet US single crochet around each stitch in that shell. Remember, our shells were made up of 7 stitches, 7 treble stitches, so there will be 7 double crochet to work around. So 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And what we do now is we miss this little stitch here, the double crochet from round 81, and instead of crocheting into that, we miss that and we crochet a US single crochet, double crochet into the same place as that stitch. So miss this stitch but work a double crochet beneath it in the same place as we did for our stitches in round 81, and just work a double crochet US single crochet as normal. And now we go 1 double crochet in each of the next 7 stitches, those stitches which make up the next shell. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Miss this stitch here, but work a double crochet, US single crochet into the stitch beneath it, the same place as we did our double crochets in round 81, actually going into round 80. Insert your hook and just work a double crochet, US single crochet as normal. And you can see now how we are beginning to frame those shells to finish off our edging. And we carry on doing this all the way around. So 1 double crochet in each of the 7 stitches that makes up the shells. 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then 1 double crochet into that place in round 80 beneath the next stitch, and just work double crochet in there. Carry on all the way around, and when you get to the corner chain spaces, we're just working 2 double crochet US single crochets into that same corner chain space from round 80. I'll show you when we get there. So I'm just coming to the end of the first side, just going around the second to last shell. There's my 7th stitch. Missed a little stitch here, but go beneath it into round 80 with an ordinary double crochet, US single crochet. And now our last shell of this side, we're going to do our 1 double crochet in each of those 7 stitches around that last shell. 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So at the end of this side, and if you look, you can see how the cream is just framing those shells really, really nicely. And now at the very end, we have this corner and the 2 stitches from round 81 going into the corner chain space from round 80. That is where we are going to go as well, with just simply 2 double crochet or 2 US single crochet stitches. So insert your hook into that corner chain space and just work 2 double crochet US single crochet stitches into that corner chain space. Ready to carry on the next side. So now we just carry on going around the shell with 7 stitches, just ordinary double crochet US single crochet stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then a double crochet into that space beneath the next stitch. And that's what our corners are looking like. Carry on all the way around. So I'm just on our very last shell of this last side of round 82, just working these double crochet US single crochets around that shell. And if we just look back, that should be 6 stitches. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more to do going around this shell. And there you go. And to finish this round, round 82, what we do is we just do a slip stitch into that starting chain, that first chain we made at the beginning of round 82. That counted as our first double crochet stitch. So just work a slip stitch into that chain going under both those strands, and that's it. Fasten off the yarn and then pull it through, and that is the last stitch of our blanket. The edging rounds 81 and 82 are complete. we have these lovely shells going all the way around, and then those shells framed themselves with a lovely contrasting edge. We obviously have the ends to weave in, which we can do at some point, but that is the blanket. I hope you've enjoyed making this as much as I have enjoyed designing and making it too. It's been an absolute pleasure to think about the changing tides, and as we turned this blanket on each round, thinking about all those textures and drawing inspiration from the changing tides. So I hope you will cherish this blanket for many, many years to come, whether you're keeping it for yourself or giving it away, or wherever your blankets will end up. I hope that they will give yourself or the recipient many years of pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tutorials have been helpful. See you over on Coastal Crochet. Thank you.